Radio. Wrestling podcast featuring Ramen Bomber and Rab and the one and only Peanut. Woo! Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Bitches.
Wrestling podcast featuring Matt Zion and Bomber.
Oh my
and
god.
Rap.
Peanut, you're off the show. One of them sticks their dick in Naomi's ass every night. I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna have pizza and it's gonna be awesome.
What's going on, guys? Episode number 21 here, Jobber Radio. We apparently have Peanut here, believe it or not. So first of all, we're going to you first because I said I fucking would. So what's going on, Peanut? Why are you on the show right now?
I just got a text message and you guys were doing a podcast and I was around, so I decided to jump in and spit my knowledge. And I know the Peanut fans have been really demanding me. I saw the comment section that I had from the last video, and they really wanted me on the show. So I'm really just doing it for the fans at this point.
Not one person
it's not about me
mentioned
anymore.
You.
Not one, huh?
Nobody even knows who you are because you haven't been on the past 3 podcasts.
But he is here. He doesn't have a microphone, he said. He's using his built-in mic. I'm sure you can tell that. Let you what?
Oh, God.
Good job.
I swear to God,
Great.
no. We're
Okay,
not
anyway,
fucking doing
and we're
this.
going straight to Matt Zion. What's going on?
We're not fucking doing this anymore. He gets a microphone or he's dead. He's dead to us. Jesus Christ. It's just fucking dead air. When he's around.
Wait,
Thanks, Bomber, for the
how is that he
introduction. Really, glad to be here.
Oh, oh my God. God damn it. I'm sorry to the Reckless Eating fans that sit through this. I don't know what to tell you because apparently it's a Bomber and Rab want to keep him around. Get a microphone!
That is true. You do need a fucking microphone.
Jesus Christ. Everything would be fine if you just get a damn mic.
Oh,
What
I
does
have
he
one.
record?
I just forgot it.
What is he
Where are
record
you?
the
Did you
stupid
have to-
song on? The
Yeah.
stupid song that he does, he must record it on a microphone.
It's true.
Wait, what do you mean you forgot it? Did you go to the studio
I
to
do have
do
a
this?
microphone.
Where are you? What does that mean? You forgot it.
I brought my mic over to a friend's house to record. I left it there, and then you
Gotcha.
guys said podcast, and I said okay, but I don't got a mic. Pretty
Gotcha.
simple story.
Okay.
And,
Sounds very simple. So anyway, we're here with Rab, me, Bomber, Matt Zion, and of course Peanut. So let's just get into things. What do you guys?
Yeah, he didn't get an intro.
I didn't get an intro.
You didn't get an intro.
No,
Okay,
you didn't get
well,
it.
Rab, what have you been up to in the past 2 weeks since we do
Well-
the bi-weekly?
In the past weeks, I bought tickets to the Royal Rumble.
Okay, easily the best story. I'm sorry I forgot about you to go to that.
So I will be at the Royal Rumble. If any listeners are out there and they see me,
You get to watch Triple H
they
win.
won't know who I am. So feel free to, if you somehow figure out what I look like, please make sure not to come up to me.
He's
because first off,
Mexican,
like,
he
three
wears
people-
glasses, and he likes hats.
Like 3 people listen to this, I assume. I don't understand why anyone listens to this thing. I just do it because I like talking to my friends.
Well, that's why we do it. So,
Yes, but why does anyone listen to it?
yeah, well,
Regardless.
it's good stuff, I assume.
Secondly,
They listen for Peanut.
I'm not on Reckless Eating. I don't have a YouTube channel. There's no reason anyone should know what I look like, so please don't.
Why are
crack
you
me.
paranoid about that? Now
You sound
because
pretty
you said
paranoid.
something, now you might get one person who wants to find you.
Yep.
You should have
They
just
won't.
shut your
They
mouth,
won't.
buddy,
They
like that. You fucked
They won't
up.
find me. They won't find me. They won't
The
find me.
trolls
All right.
will
If
find
anybody can find Rab, I will PayPal you $50 as long as I get
Oh!
picture proof.
Wow, I wouldn't win that far. $50?
$50.
I will also be at Disney the day before.
All right. Either or, Disney or Royal Rumble, $50. I need picture proof.
Picture? You got to take a picture with Rab.
Picture with Rab. Yep.
Yep. You know what? I'll throw in an extra 25. How about that? I'm not
Okay.
gonna go
$75.
$75. Peanut, you getting in on this?
I will also give you $25 in person.
Wow, $100
That's $100
payday.
bucks.
$100 in total.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know what Rab looks like, but I don't
That's
think
worth
many
the trip.
people do. So
Cool.
All right.
So, any interesting movies, TV shows, anything anybody's been doing lately before we get into stuff? I guess we can do this, make this a regular thing, I guess.
and to make it a little easier, I'll link his Facebook in the description of the video.
Oh,
I'd
wow.
really rather not do that.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding. What were you saying? Sorry, I lost track.
I just wondered, has anybody seen any new movies, any new TV
just-
shows, anything?
Just The
anything at all?
Revenant. The Revenant was awesome. I was a big fan of that. Leo did a great job. Better win the Oscar.
Oh, jeez. I don't even want to get started
I
on
saw-
that bullshit.
I saw The Big Short. I don't think I had seen that before.
yeah,
the
how's
last
that? I
time.
wanna
hope
see
he
that one.
wins.
It was very good. The Big Short was really, really good. Don't go in looking for a happy ending.
Well, yeah, because I know how it ended in real life.
Right. So
Yeah.
so that's how it ends as you leave the movie.
Yeah.
I
want
heard it's good, but I don't know what it's about.
It's fantastic. It's based on a Michael Lewis book.
Mm.
Michael Lewis also wrote Moneyball, and he wrote Blindside.
Okay.
And his books are nonfiction.
It's about the. It's based off of the crash, though, of the. What was it? All of the like the housing.
Yeah, the
market
housing
and
bubble.
stuff. Yeah, how it all basically what killed the United States for like 5 years until we finally kind of got back a little bit. Bunch of people using adjustable loans. That's pretty much what it ended up being. Because I remember I did, like when that happened, I was working like a mortgage recovery center, and it was a bunch of people doing adjustable loans and selling out just an absurd amount of loans, house loans, to people who had no business owning a home at that point. Like people, they no way they could afford it. And then it's one of those things where it's adjustable, so it can go up as much as they want instead of getting a fixed loan. And so, say you start off, your payments are like $600 a month or something for a house, and you're like, oh, I can afford that. Well, it goes up indefinitely. So it's
What do
like
you mean indefinitely?
every 4 years or 3 years or whatever it is, whatever deal you set, it'll go up by like another 200, and it just keeps going until you've paid it off. So at some point, like
Jesus.
some people would call us and they'd have like $4,000 payments on a regular house when the payment started at like $600, and they just couldn't afford it anymore, obviously. But like that's what the banks were doing, and then
It's a
the
good
banks
fucking
would
scam.
they foreclosed a bunch of people and took the houses back, and they were making tons of money, but they killed the economy. That's fun. Yeah, that's pretty
Sounds
much
like
what it
something
is.
I'd fall into.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a very, very good movie. And then after that, I saw Star Wars again.
there you go. That's good.
So
I can't
see it
watch it
twice.
again. I can't see it again, but yeah, it was good the first time.
Yeah.
Revenant
Yeah,
was
I've seen-
great though.
I've only seen it once, but my roommate's seen it
Did any of you
4
guys
times.
see The Hateful Eight?
No, not yet. I want to. I almost saw
haven't
it the
yet.
other day, but it's a commitment because it's 3 hours long.
I heard some places like there's an intermission in between.
Yeah,
and
there is.
shit. Oh,
Yeah,
I
3
don't know,
hours. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Leo's.
that's how I ended up seeing
Yeah,
The Big Short.
I saw it with an intermission.
Okay, because Tarantino loves that shit. He gets a hard on for intermissions. Leo's is almost 3 hours too, though. The Revenant. It's
no.
like I think it's 2 hours and like 40 or something. But it didn't feel like it. I mean, a lot of people said it was boring when I did my review on it, but I thought it was just fucking beautiful. Best shot movie I've ever seen. It just nothing even touches it in terms of the look of the movie.
So you're not one of those like, oh, DiCaprio, he needs the award. He needs to be given it this because he hasn't got one yet. You're not one of those fucking people, or did he actually
No,
fucking earn
I
it?
mean, if you see the movie, he almost fucking died. So, okay, here's the story of it real quick before like we move on, because it's very fascinating. For 9 months, they had to every single day hike 2 to 3 hours to get to their shooting locations, because they went out into the middle of the woods, like just the wilderness where there's no people. So the whole crew had to hike out because there's no roads, can't drive there. And then so 2 hours in, 2 hours back. They spent the whole day basically getting ready for the scene, because the whole movie is shot on natural lighting. So there's no artificial lighting that they brought at all. There's nothing. They only used just whatever was out. And
What the hell did
that's
the crew do then? Shit.
all they had were the people that were filming, like that, just the regular crew. But there's no need for people with lighting, because they could only film. It was when the sun was going down. They can only film during that one period of time when the light was the brightest. It was about an hour and a half. And then once they lost it, they had to go back and come back the next day and keep going. And they were like, if somebody fucked up a scene and they couldn't get it in time, they would lose everything for that day, and they'd have to come back and do the same hike. And I mean, it's brutal. Leo just gets fucked in that movie, and he gives such a good performance. I mean, he gets slaughtered, just beaten up, thrown all over the place. You know, he's in the snow, like floating around in water at some points, where it's just you can tell it's legitimately cold. There's one scene where he eats like a raw bear liver, like a real one. He didn't fucking. They tried to use a prop, and he said it didn't look real, so he's like, "Give me a real one." And he ate it.
Have you done that test yet? Have you tasted that one?
I have. I haven't
tasted
raw bear liver, but I've tasted raw, just regular raw liver. I think it was pig. And yeah, it's fucking disgusting. But he actually ate it and swallowed it. I tried it and spit it out. So yeah, he deserves it. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of the other movies, but I mean, I can't imagine any of the other films had as intense or a demanding role like he had in this one.
He does that shit in his sleep now. I want to see Leonardo DiCaprio do like a romantic comedy with Kate Hudson.
No, I don't want to, because he's not dumb.
He could.
I'm not even a fan of him. I don't
He
even
plays like intense ragey guy every movie.
He's not intense ragey guy. No, but he's not. He's not though. I'm telling you right now, he's not intense ragey. He's only really intense ragey at the beginning and end, and there's a reason for it. I mean, in the trailer you saw like his son dies, so he's pissed off. But for the most part, though, he doesn't really have a lot of dialogue in the movie. He's very quiet. He's not a kind of person that you will have a conversation with. Like, if you saw him walking around and tried to talk to him, he'd probably just kind of give you a one quick answer, and that's it. He's very quiet. It's all kind of in his facial expressions and stuff. That's why I really like it, because it's different for him. It's not a similar Leo where he just goes fucking batshit crazy. He does it when it's necessary, but for the most part, it's a very silent film. There's not a lot of dialogue at all.
I would just like to see him. I would just like to see him step out of his.
Oh God! But why would he do a romantic comedy? That
does sound terrible.
Those are stupid.
It's so different.
This is different.
I want to see him and Daniel Day-Lewis and all those people.
There's nothing like the. Well, Daniel Day-Lewis has done like romantic comedy before, just a little different. But this is just like something that I've never seen a movie that even remotely is similar to it, other than maybe like Dances with Wolves or something, just because of the frontier that they were in. But the feel of the movie is completely different. It was excellent.
I plan on going to see it this weekend, so
it's good. It's worth it.
Yeah, we'll check it out. But anything about Hateful Eight? Do you want to talk about, Peanut? Since you're the only one seen it.
Well, we kind of moved past it, but
well, we talked about Revenant, then we came back.
So let's not go backwards.
Okay.
Oh God damn it, Peanut!
No, we didn't, or did I miss that? You guys were skipping out there for a sec.
Anyway, okay, you missed your chance, Peanut. God damn. All right, fuck. Okay.
Wow, I really did like the Hateful Eight, though. It was really good at some parts. You know, when they had the camera rolling, it was pretty good.
Oh, that's a great review of a movie.
So the Royal Rumble is in just a couple days.
Can I get my own show on seating where I do reviews?
No, never.
Is it deserving?
Never. I would slit my own wrists and have them bleed all over babies before I would give you your own show on my channel.
Oh God, I believe that too for some reason.
Yes. Oh no, believe that.
But,
believe that.
By the way, make sure you get this posted before the actual Royal Rumble, because if not, then this is
it's gonna go up tomorrow.
Okay, cool. But anyway, so Rab, you're going. What are you looking forward to besides the actual Royal Rumble match? Are there any other matches that you really want to see?
No.
What? No. Ambrose and Owens, last man standing.
See, so why do you ask me a question where you know the answer?
Yeah, right. That's gonna be it. Let's just go match by match, though.
I know what you wanted. You want me to segue into that, and I could have done that, and I could have said, "Yeah, Ambrose or Owens."
Ruined it. You pulled a peanut and ruined it.
You were being too cachet about it, and I didn't like
it. That was very insultive. Bomber, you really insulted Rab right there.
No, seriously really though, I am really looking forward to Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, me too.
Don't we say that like every time though?
No, but this is different.
Charlotte's match.
This is different.
I hope this is different. Yes, I do champion the Divas matches every time. Now that it's like Divas.
Well, I think this is different though, because it's not, you don't have to sell me on this one, Rab. I legitimately think this is going to be an awesome match.
But yeah, I think all the matches are going to be good, honestly. I mean, we've seen Del Rio Kalisto like 4 times recently, but they've had good matches, so at least it will be somewhat enjoyable.
Well, let's go match by match.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. Well, let's start. Well, I'll just do pre-card kickoff. The Fatal Four tag.
There's a kickoff. I didn't even know.
There is, yeah.
There's always a kickoff.
Yeah. So it's basically a four-way tag team match, four-way dance tag team match. The winning team actually goes on to be in the Rumble, which is kind of surprising because I figured they would use all these guys in the Rumble. You got obviously the Dudley Boys. You got Mark Henry and Jack Swagger, epic tag team. you got Darren Young. You got Darren Young and Damian Sandow. And of course, you have the Ascension.
Oh, I wonder who's gonna win this one.
And
I'm actually looking forward to that match a lot because I've never seen the Dudleys in person, and I really want to go 3D when they go for the 3D.
Yeah, and they're
really
winning.
that's pretty cool.
100% winning.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so, but dear Lord, I wouldn't be surprised if Sandow and Darren Young
I would
win.
be shocked if anybody but the Dudleys won that match.
You know what?
I really
wouldn't be surprised if it was Darren Young and Sandow.
Why?
Yeah, seriously.
They hate Sandow with a passion, though. They
Sure,
hate
exactly.
him.
He'll go in and then but he's a good guy to like run around for a while inside the ring. There's 8 guys in there.
He's not a pop guy though. Like, and they want pops for the Rumble. That's like the match. The entrances are more important than the actual match to them sometimes. And the Dudley Boys will get a huge pop, so they don't give a fuck about anybody else in that match.
Yeah, that's true. Because maybe we want to see a 3D inside the Royal Rumbles.
Yeah, a what's up or whatever.
Everyone gets to scream 3D, and it's great.
Yeah. Well, if Ascension wins, I'm not even fucking watching the Rumble.
Right? Ascension. Losers.
That's awesome.
They're so bad.
Apparently, I missed it. When the fuck did Mark Henry and Jack Swagger?
Yeah, right?
They weren't even together on Raw.
No.
What is this?
I don't get it.
Mark Henry. Was it Mark Henry and like 2 other black dudes and like a little flippy guy together in a match on Raw?
Who cares?
I don't know.
They don't care, so why should I care?
All right, well, let's get past that. Let's get past that for a second. Let's go to, first of all, I have something to fucking say about this match.
All
the
right.
tag team title match, New Day versus the Usos.
Yeah.
Not so much about the match, but how in the fuck did the Usos win tag team of the year?
Because
For the
the little kids.
Because it's a vote.
No,
Kids,
fuck no.
Like the Usos.
Yeah, it's the
No.
kids.
No, I don't even, you
Yo,
can't even say the kid thing.
They sell tons of
Yeah,
merchandise.
they're very popular.
No way.
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons of
How many
merchandise.
months did they even
Little
work last
kids
year?
Love it's not about that. That's
Yeah, it
not,
doesn't matter.
no
It
one
worked like 3 months.
this wasn't a math problem, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you take the amount of matches they won, the amount of matches they lost, and then you take it
No.
versus. It's a vote. It's a vote.
Yeah,
it's
and
a
the
vote.
New Day like dominated almost the entire year.
But it's a vote. What you're it doesn't none
Yeah.
of that matters for what you're asking. the
And
question.
New Day are technically heels, and that usually hurts a lot of the voting. Is a lot of people.
Well, they're
don't really-
heels that everybody cheers, though. They're the heels that people cheer.
Yeah, but I can see how New Day would come off as obnoxious to kids, and kids are the primary person that WWE focuses its shit on. So that's why the Usos
So
won.
do you guys think the Usos are going to win the titles?
No,
God, I hope not.
no.
Instantly. Peanut, what about you? What do you say about this?
God damn. This
Sorry.
I like New Day, so I think they should win.
No one asked you who you think should win. Oh God.
Sorry, I screwed it up.
You
by
guys,
asking that
you
so
guys
question.
are really breaking up. I'm hearing like bits and pieces.
Oh well, let me go ahead and fix my internet for you.
I hate
Von Rose, thanks for the introduction.
Let me
Glad to be
fix it.
here.
Wait, okay, I fixed it. Do I sound better? Let me go out of my way to fix your issue for you.
Yeah, so sorry I fucked that one up. And we're going to go Divas match. Oh, I didn't say, yeah, I fucking hope New Day wins. I mean, I don't have much against the Usos, but they're a little bland. I don't know how they're so
Yeah, I hate 'em.
popular.
I hate
They're a
them.
little bland to me.
Good wrestlers, horrible gimmick.
Yeah, but I understand why kids like them. They're cool. Like they're cool guys.
I mean,
like,
they got the
guys.
colors. Oh, we're so bright and
Yeah, they
vibrant.
got
and
the
shit. That's about
shirts,
it.
They do the little thing at the beginning, the haka.
Little dance.
They've got like a rap song afterwards. They got the oos and the o.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed that
Great-
that actually
great
picked
for
up.
little kids.
took
One of
off,
them
actually.
sticks their dick in Naomi's ass every night, so it's pretty much what it takes.
It's great for little kids.
Yeah, great for little
And
kids.
to be fair,
the ass thing? Or
Yeah,
no,
I've-
okay.
No, that too.
To be fair, they have said "oos" before, and I have responded in person.
I have never done that, and I never will.
Okay.
I did it at WrestleMania.
They said "oos," I said no.
Well, you get a chance to do it again come Royal Rumble in a couple days.
Yeah, he does.
So, but anyway, so everybody, do you think Charlotte's going to win the Divas title? Or
Charlotte's going to win it? Yeah, I mean,
retain.
she'll lose, and
I mean, if they were smart, they'd have her lose for more Ric Flair stuff and to build up to a good match at WrestleMania.
Now, what's the deal with the Divas right now? Because if anybody knows the actual answer to that fucking question, but is Becky Lynch is this gonna be like a thing for these two? Are they gonna just go off on this and have it after WrestleMania?
That's what it looks like.
I
mean,
hope that
I don't
it's a
know if
builder.
they're gonna have a match at WrestleMania or not. I haven't read anything in the background, but it looks like they're building towards like a long-term program between Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
I hope, because the rumor initially was because on Flair's podcast he said that their plan was for either his daughter versus Bailey, like bringing Bailey up, or versus Sasha Banks. So there wasn't really any mention of.
Yeah, but Sasha's been injured recently.
Yeah, so I mean maybe that's it. And I think Bailey, it's probably way too soon to.
Yeah,
it's not too soon to promote her. Like I think she's more than ready for the main roster, but I think it's way too soon to like bring her up and just have her in the main Divas match right away. But I mean, Charlotte, in my opinion, Charlotte should win just by a super chicken shit way, like a typical Ric Flair win. And then let's take this thing to Mania. Why not? I mean, it's not like it's not a hot program. Like it's getting more reactions on Raw, it seems, than some of the male programs that are going on right now. Like, yeah, let's give Becky Lynch kind of a don't let her lose strong. Like, have a bullshit win or whatever. And I kind of think they're gonna do that because they've been making it seem like Charlotte has to take the cheap way out and get it to Mania.
It really
have Rick get banned from ringside and have him settle it.
Yeah, it really feels like that's what they're gonna do. Now, I mean, there's been so many times over the last few years where it looks, they're clearly building to. Oh no, nothing. Okay, bye everybody. They were building to absolutely nothing. But I mean, it just seems so. It seems like they're just writing it on the wall.
Yeah, they've been really
like,
predictable
hey, this
lately.
is the match we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So, in this case, I hope that they actually are predictable and they actually do that.
Me too.
Yeah, and I just want to see. I think we're due for another Flair freak out. Like if he does get banned, just the whole starts whipping his head around. No, come on.
If he's got a blazer on, he throws the blazer out, throws the blazer to the floor.
I want to see him strip down to his underwear and give an elbow to his pants.
This is what I'm talking about. Yes, exactly.
That's how you get the numbers in. But I don't know. I'm still trying to get into the Divas. I'm trying as hard as I can, but I always skip. I unfortunately I do kind of skip their stuff still sometimes. I need to stop. I don't know what it's going to take for me to actually stop skipping their fucking matches.
You need to only skip it if it's anybody other than Sasha, Bailey, Charlotte, or God, why am I always forgetting her name? Becky.
Oh, if there's a Bella name, it's gone.
I agree because it doesn't matter who the Bella's fighting; it's terrible.
Yeah.
So if it's those four, though, you need to watch it.
Yeah, and I'm hoping also they get a pretty good reaction in Orlando, if only because you'll have a lot of the NXT crowd there. True. I'm gonna guess.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's true.
And the NXT people, the NXT crowds love fucking their divas.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I mean most people would love fucking the divas. So
ha 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 ha.
Got him.
No, but seriously, yeah. So I'm hoping that with the NXT crowd there, I'm guessing the guys who go to Full Sail will show up to the Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. And we'll get at least a decent reaction because that also has been a problem recently, where they're just like dead. It doesn't matter if the match inside is good. It doesn't. No, there's no one there because everyone's in the bathroom or buying fucking nachos and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping for a good reaction.
Yeah. Well, what about the talked about Del Rio and Kalisto? Do you think Kalisto's gonna? If I do not, I'm just gonna say it right now. I do not see Kalisto being a two-time United States champion.
No, I don't either. Unfortunately, he should be champion right now.
He's a good wrestler. He is a good wrestler. I enjoy his matches.
I just don't see him winning it back because they what? Oh God, this is like the one thing that's going on right now that really upset me. What? Why? What did that accomplish for anyone? Del Rio is still fucking boring. This didn't get him like more over as an even more serious heel because he didn't even beat Kalisto clean. Like, okay, here's they fucked up on this program every way you could fuck up on a program like this. Like, all they had to do, if they wanted to have Del Rio win it back, just have Kalisto drop it to him at the Rumble. All right, that's fine. Doesn't matter. That's fine. But now he beats him back right away, so it makes Kalisto look like a big joke, like it was a big fluke that he beat Del Rio. And then Del Rio doesn't just beat him back, kind of like decisively to maybe he got like he needed an edge, right? Like he lost to Kalisto and he had to get his shit together, and then he just beat him. So it made him look like a more formidable foe or like a bigger threat. No, he just had Wade Barrett help him win it. So now he's a chicken shit. So he doesn't look better. Kalisto looks worse, and nobody cares. Why did they do that switch so quick? It was so stupid.
I remember I saw Twitter blow up when he won the title, and then the very next day, he lost it on SmackDown during the recording, the spoilers and stuff.
But
it's like, are you fucking nuts?
I don't understand. Like, if you want him to lose it, have him beat Del Rio again on SmackDown, and then have them do like one more match at the Rumble, and then have Del Rio beat him. Because like now they just basically shit all over Kalisto. That's it. I mean, everybody just thinks he's that little Rey Mysterio jobber now, and that's it. I mean, there's no credibility behind him anymore.
I'm not gonna lie.
That sucks.
That's what I think too. Except I think Mysterio's a fucking jobber. But.
And they always complain like, "Oh, well, all our guys are injured right now, so that's what's holding us back." No, what's holding you back is you have this roster full of amazing, talented wrestlers, basically like the best wrestlers all over the planet, and yet all of them just look like another guy on the roster because they never treat anybody with respect. And this is a prime example of why. This is like with AJ coming in and Nakamura, like they're gonna be really special at first, but give them 6 months, and both of them are just gonna be another guys, like other guys on the roster. The specialty will wear off.
I don't know if that'll happen to AJ.
I think it happens to everybody. Like who like Owens, I think has kept a little bit of specialness, but there was a period of time where I was like, oh, he's just another guy again, like when he's fighting with Ryback.
True, I can see that.
Del Rio's winning though. I don't see Kalisto beating him. I mean, I hope it happens, but again, he's still damaged goods at this point. So yeah.
No, I don't think they're gonna give him a double title.
Yeah, I agree with everything everyone said. It's gonna be crap.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Are you the one that actually kind of supports Del Rio, or is that not you?
I think Del Rio is talented. Is the difference? I think his character is awful, but I think he's talented. But they've ruined him. Like they've completely ruined him.
Yeah, he's not special anymore. He was special for like one night, and that was it. He's just Del Rio again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I wish I'd seen that one night that he was special because I didn't.
I would love
right.
if.
Well, when he came back against Cena, like that was cool. That was because it was such a surprise. But then you remembered, you're like, oh, but it's Del Rio. So
yeah,
I would love if Kalisto won, but yeah, I don't see it happening.
Yeah,
it makes so. I mean, it would make. Even though they booked everything terrible, I agree with everything you said. Well, except for that Mysterio was a jobber.
No. I'm saying that they're making Kalisto into one.
Bomber said Mysterio was a jobber.
Oh, did he? No, come on, man. He was a main event world champion.
I don't.
No, he's a vanilla midget. I understand. That doesn't roll in the South. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Oh.
I do that.
The South will march on.
You're more South than I am.
I do that once. Nah, this is Florida. The more north you go, the more south it gets.
Yeah, okay. Florida's like
I'm basically
California.
in Cuba.
Okay. So yeah, I am in North Carolina, so I guess that's as bad as it gets, huh?
I call you Southern at least. I call you Southern in a derisive manner at least once an episode.
And it's not racist. He just fucking sucks. That's it. I mean, that's all I can say. It's not being racist.
Jesus, but he's like one of the best cruiserweights of all time.
Cruiserweights? Who wants to see cruiserweights? I want to see two guys hit each other in the head.
Dude, come.
The other one's like bruiser.
Dude, don't even start that shit.
Like, he's kind of known as probably the greatest Mexican cruiserweight ever. And you're like, he's not good. Like, what?
I'm sorry. I never was interested in him, ever. I was interested in a lot of other cruiserweights.
Mexican.
No, what?
No, racist.
I was interested in several cruiserweights, but not.
I'm gonna bring Bomber's credibility up. Thank you.
Thank you.
I also think Rey Mysterio was the worst world champion of all time.
Oh,
God
God.
damn,
Nope.
Peanut.
Great Khali. Oh, we're going to go back to that argument. I remember that one.
Yeah, I do. I did
Great
lose
Khali
that
was the
because I was
worst.
so frustrated and I had so much to say.
That's what I'm
I
here
couldn't
for,
get
Bomber. I'm
anything.
here to support you. Team
Yeah,
Bomber.
for anybody that never heard that one, we had an episode where we picked our worst world champions, and all of us had pretty good arguments, and then Bomber had Rey Mysterio for some reason.
Yeah, I think it was the head-to-head thing. That was the head-to-head thing that we did.
Yeah,
I
that
actually
was,
want to
that
go
was
back.
when we were doing that head-to-head thing. No, that was stupid. I didn't like it.
I love that idea. That was so fun.
That's a
But-
good
It
idea.
was
but
your idea. I understand you liked it. It was
Yeah,
yours.
it was fine. It was fucking great.
It was his Rey Mysterio, basically.
Yeah. Seriously. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're moving on. Intercontinental title. The Dean Ambrose, the champion, versus Kevin Owens. Last man standing match. So I think
I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued.
this is going to be a damn good match.
Me too.
I bought a KO shirt just for the Royal Rumble.
Oh, shit.
No, I like Ambrose a lot. Just I really like the KO shirt.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, the weird thing about this match is I don't see anybody staying down for a 10 count.
Oh, Owens is losing. Unfortunately, I wish he, because like the dream pitch that I heard from Solomonster Sounds Off, another podcast, and he was saying the pitch could be Owens for the IC title versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania to like try and evaluate Sami and get him on the main roster.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean Owens is probably staying down for this one.
I mean, I could see Owens win. Honestly, I don't know. In my mind, either of them could win with current booking.
They could, yeah. I just see Owens isn't gonna get pinned though. Like I think like the last man standing match is they're trying to protect Owens, because if you're not getting pinned or tapping out, I don't think they see a last man standing loss as that big of a hurt on a heel character, because there's always ways around it to kind of make it different. So he's not getting pinned, he's not submitting, he's just gonna stay down for a 10 count after they have a really good brawl. So my prediction is Ambrose is going to win, but I definitely would prefer Owens at this point. But that's just, they're both so good that I'm going to love the match.
Let's also not discount the possibility of the double count out.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, they've done it before.
Yeah,
One of the
well,
best endings
I don't
with
think
Triple H and
I could see
HBK.
them do some crazy, just ridiculous spot to end the match where everyone screams "Holy shit!" and it's at 10 and we're done.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
I'll be chanting some CZW up in there.
No,
Yeah,
if
that's
they
what's gonna
chant
happen.
CZW, then Vince will close down the Rumble, and he'll go in the middle of the ring, and he'll say, "I'm closing WWE because of Bomber, because
No.
CZW is
If it was
terrible."
in Philly, there'd be a couple of.
No,
it's
I've
in
never-
Orlando. They'll chant NXT because that's where those guys came
No,
from.
when Sammy came out in Philly at NXT, there were CZW chants. So sure.
Okay,
No,
hold
I'm
on,
saying
Rav.
in Orlando, they will chant NXT
Oh.
because that's where Kevin Owens and
Yes.
Dean Ambrose came
Rav,
Yes, in
have
Florida,
you
yes.
have you ever heard in a WWE, not NXT, in a WWE show, have you ever heard a CZW chant? Because I never have.
from. Never, ever, ever, never,
Not
ever.
I
once.
don't know.
No,
Not that I can recall.
Yeah, so not once.
Okay. Not that I can recall.
No,
I
it's
won't
usually
say,
if
I
anyone
won't say
starts
it never
saying-
happened.
If anyone starts saying CZW, other people go, "Are they saying ECW?" Cool,
Yeah.
start chanting that. Because that's a
Yeah, it's bullshit.
You're gonna-
promotion from 15 years ago, but
Yeah.
it's way better known than the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you're
That's
gonna
true.
have
That big name.
Ambrose come out. He'll do his entrance, and you're gonna. So I'm gonna hear like a chant going, CZW chant. I'm like, oh my god, like Bombers, what's happening? And I turn, and it's like Zandig right there, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh,
he's just
that was
doing. He's doing it himself. He's just in the crowd going, CZW.
Yeah, but I
That's
mean,
the only
don't
way.
forget, Owens was in CZW for a couple of years, so
Nobody
just
cares.
saying. Hey, I do. But anyway,
Nobody cares.
well, fine. I guess we're all in agreement. Dean Ambrose winning the title,
Yeah.
defending the title. I keep saying winning. The
Yeah.
title.
What the fuck? Lots of new
I don't
champions.
know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Defending the title.
I guess like we're I think that there's going to be one title change though, so that's why I know I'm going to be wrong on one of these, because they
Probably gonna be the
generally
main event.
don't have. They have at least one title change, right? And we predicted retaining for everything.
Yeah. Well, we haven't got to the main event.
I
yet.
guess so. It's true though. I didn't
there's
think
an
of the main
off
event.
chance that it's going to be Kalisto. If I had to say of any of them, that's true. There is the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, so maybe not,
No, I mean-
because there is going to be a title change in the Rumble. So
Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be at least one on the pay per view. Definitely.
yeah, it's going to be the. I changed my mind. The undercards are going to be retained, and then the Rumble is going to be the title change.
Yeah, because we already know who you got winning
Yeah.
the damn thing.
Yeah, yeah, and it's guaranteed at this point. There's no way they don't do it.
How is it?
I think he's
guaranteed,
right.
though.
Yeah, it's
How's it guaranteed though?
Okay, I'll walk you through it. Well, let's get to it first. Announce it. What's the final thing?
All
we're
right. Okay.
doing
So, if you don't know, the main event at the Royal Rumble is the Royal Rumble. And it's Roman Reigns defend the title, and he does come out first, right? Just
Number
making
one.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
Did they say
Which
he's
I
number
think
one
is-
officially?
Yep.
I remember
one.
they did the little lottery drawing, and they pulled out like number one's going to be Roman Reigns. They pulled another one out. Oh, here, let's do another one. Number one, Roman Reigns, and they pulled like 3 or 4 out, and they were
What
all Roman
happened
Reigns.
with? Remember, like 4 weeks ago, Big Show came out and destroyed a bunch of
And said
jobbers.
he was gonna do number one.
and
yeah.
he said he was number one, and now they're like, oh, never mind.
Nah, fuck it. We forgot about that.
Don't
already.
remember that one. I guarantee Show's going to be number 2.
He might be.
No, well,
I mean, they
they're
got to
going to
put
put
him
him.
against somebody big. Yeah.
It's either going to be Lesnar or it's going to be Show. They're going to try and put either like
Actually-
Lesnar as a punishment or Show because they want to hurt Reigns.
I actually
it won't
thought
be. It won't be
gonna-
Lesnar. Lesnar's gonna come out late.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably.
I thought it was going to be Lesnar. Actually, I was like, it might be Lesnar.
I just think that because he's a
Lesnar's gonna
threat.
come out late. To like, yeah, exactly. Like Roman Reigns. Oh my God, he's already eliminated 26 guys all by himself. And then like, bow wow wow wow. Here comes fucking Brock
That
Lesnar.
sounded like
It's gonna be
CZW there, Rap.
I like.
Bow, wow, wow, wow.
Brock Lesnar.
Anyway, so okay, so we know you were predicting Triple H. Why is Triple
I
H
know
guaranteed?
for a fact, 100%.
Why
Triple
is
H
that?
winning.
Why is that?
Okay, so what I've said in previous podcasts is Reigns beat the crap out of Triple H. Now, my prediction was if Triple H had shown up on Raw before the Rumble, then I guarantee he wouldn't win. Because he's on television, it doesn't matter anymore. He's just going to go back to being the corporate guy. But because he has not shown up, and he did not show up before Rumble, that means that they're keeping him as a surprise, and he'll be number 30. And he'll basically, like, Reigns is going to clear the ring of everybody, or it'll come down to, like, Reigns and Lesnar. Reigns will eliminate Lesnar, and then, like, where you'll think, oh, that's it, and then Triple H is going to come out. I also think that Reigns could potentially be the winner. Like, he could survive all 30 guys, or all 29 guys and himself, and then they'll be like, oh, well, this year it's 31 people, and then they'll have Triple H come out.
Honestly,
And
I think
take
that
it.
would be fantastic.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't like where it's going, though. I mean, I think that would be a cool finish to the Rumble. I just don't like that it's Triple H. I wish Triple H would come out and be like, number 30 is my man, and like he brings out someone new. Like somebody suggested Samoa Joe would be an interesting thing, and I know that's far-fetched because he's not really.
It's too indie.
It's too indie. Yeah, it's too indie. But at the same time, like I wish that he could have maybe they could have saved this for Lesnar. Like, didn't have Lesnar come back before,
Right.
and then had Triple H come out at 30 and be like, my guy who represents me is Lesnar. And Lesnar comes out, and then he's like the corporate champion going in against Reigns. But instead, they're just going to literally do Triple H versus Reigns at WrestleMania for the title. And I don't know how much interest I have in that.
Well, Triple H, I really feel like Triple H is going to come out, like you said, super late, 29, 30, something like that, and eliminate Reigns, and I think everyone's going to cheer.
Yeah, me too. That's the other issue is that there's no protecting Roman Reigns in this Royal Rumble. Like, they are going to cheer for whoever the other guy is. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, I just don't think there's a chance in hell Reigns is going to win. First of all, starting from number one.
I mean, first off, it'd be the worst thing they could do.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awful.
Starting from number one.
Because we really started getting the boos on Raw when he speared Lesnar.
Yeah,
The boos that have been leaving, that have been kind of going away recently.
Yeah, because there's
the
nobody
boos were
else.
coming back there.
Because there's nobody else.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a good sign that the boos were leaving finally.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the only reason the boos were leaving is because they literally had nobody else to be more popular than him. Like Ambrose, maybe, but because they're buddies on TV, so much about bromance that people aren't going to really boo one over the other because it's like they're like a couple. You're not going to boo one or the other. But the moment somebody showed up who was way more clearly over than Reigns is done, and that was Lesnar. So that's it. He's lost all that progress. Is going to slowly melt away now.
So,
Yeah,
Rap,
go ahead.
Oh, I was asking, do you think? So you said you think Triple H is going to win as well?
Yep, I think. I don't think I thought it at first, but throughout the last week, on Facebook and stuff, Rami has convinced me. I'm sorry, Zion has convinced me. I think he's right. The writing's so on the wall. Triple H has been missing, and they're clearly, trying to make it that there's a fix in. Roman Reigns was drawn 3 times in a row. There's a fix in. They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him, and I think that's how they're gonna get him in the end.
So I'm just throwing this out there, just asking the question here. People are talking about The Rock's going to be at WrestleMania. And and nobody knows who the fuck he's going to fight. People are saying Brock. People are saying other whatever. Is there a chance that he could show up?
I don't think he's wrestling.
No, he's probably not going to wrestle.
Yeah, I don't think he's wrestling because
even if it's as the last entrant in the Royal Rumble,
I don't think he's
somebody
wrestling.
over the top.
The reason why I don't, and this is also the reason why I picked Triple H 100% now, because I had a little doubts because I thought Lesnar had a chance. He had that interaction with the Wyatts on, I guess it was on SmackDown or Raw, I don't know which one, and so the Wyatts beat him down and whatnot, and so the rumor that they've been going with is that they're going to do either Wyatt versus Lesnar 1-on-1, or they're going to do like a gauntlet where he has to get through the other 3 Wyatts to get to Bray, which I hope to God it's just a 1-on-1 because I fucking hate gimmicky matches at Mania. But it looks like Lesnar is going to fight Bray. So if that's the case,
I don't know what happened on SmackDown, but on Raw,
maybe it was on Raw.
On Raw, the Wyatts beat down both Lesnar and Reigns.
Okay, but that kind of feeds into it because they had some rumors a couple weeks back that they had decided on Bray versus Lesnar at Mania, and I think the only reason they did that is because Rock's not going to wrestle. If Rock was wrestling, you would get Lesnar versus Rock at Mania. I mean, like guaranteed they'd do it because at this point, that's the big marquee match. Like I remember last year when people were rumoring that was going to happen, it got a lot of buzz. A lot of people were very excited for that match. So I'm pretty sure they would have went for it. So if he's not facing Lesnar, he's not wrestling. Period.
Really?
That's the way.
But they
I'm
said.
pretty sure.
So what is he going to do though?
I think he's just going to be like the guest host, or he's going to have another segment or something. He may get into a fight or something, but I just don't see him having a match at this point.
People said Stone Cold's going to be there, though. I figured that's something that he would do.
He's not wrestling, though.
Yeah, I know Stone Cold's not going to wrestle. I know for sure he's not going to wrestle. I figure that's like something he would kind of do.
They'll just have like another segment where they talk or something. I mean, it'll be stupid. I mean, I kind of hate when they bring them back to just have them come out and say something, because at this point I'm over it. Like, either you wrestle or just stay the fuck off the card so the other people have a chance. Mm-hmm. But, you know, the people there are going to fucking eat up whatever he does. It doesn't matter. They'll love it. I mean, if he's a special guest referee or something, he'll have some role of importance, but I don't think he's going to wrestle.
Yeah. By the way, the Wyatt family, they destroyed League of Nations and Reigns and the Usos and everybody on SmackDown.
So they're trying to really make them hyped for Lesnar, basically.
Yeah.
So that break and job again at WrestleMania.
So how about this question then? Is it completely impossible, you think? I guess Bray's probably not high enough up, but what if Brock does win the Rumble and wins the title and would defend against Bray at WrestleMania? Is that a no-go?
He'll defend against Reigns. If he
It'll be against Reigns.
Yeah, it'll Reigns.
Roman Reigns will win the title at WrestleMania.
Reigns is he's going to be in the main event regardless.
3-time champ, really? You think that?
He could be missing his legs.
Yeah,
they would put him over at WrestleMania. Yeah. Roman Reigns I will put all my money against all your money.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns will win the Royal Rumble at WrestleMania. The title at WrestleMania, unless barring crazy injury.
Yeah. And there's a reason for it, too, because they're telling a continuation from the last WrestleMania, how he basically got screwed out of it. And it doesn't matter. Lesnar being screwed doesn't really matter, because it's Lesnar. But the story they're trying to tell right now is Reigns couldn't get it done at WrestleMania, so everything's going to conclude at this WrestleMania where he finally either wins or defend. I mean, he's going to win. I don't see him going and defending. He's going to go in and win, because anytime that they have a babyface go in and defend a title, there's not as much oomph behind it, and they're giving him the Steve Austin push. Like, they're basically throwing everything they can fucking throw to get him over. So he's going to walk out as the champion. But the ironic thing is, I agree with Rab, he's going to get booed. He's going to be against Triple H, and it's not going to happen.
If him and Triple H is the main event, I can't see that being the main event. But if it is, I assume there's no way in hell if he beats Triple H for the title that he's going to end the show with everybody cheering.
Triple H is too loved right now because of NXT. Like, even on Raw, they boo him sometimes, but everybody has respect for him. Like, in the back of your head, you go, thank God you still kept my love for wrestling alive, Triple H. Yeah. So nobody's going to fucking boo him against Reigns.
I said that before he did NXT.
Reigns is a lost cause. I mean, I still think that he has significant
I wouldn't say
upside.
A lost cause.
No, but as a face, he has lost cause. I see significant value again and just fucking turn him heel for just fucking 6 months. I'm telling you, if they did it, they wouldn't have to work so hard on him. And keeping him,
if they had turned him heel a year ago,
it would have been great.
He could have already been faced by now, and he would be over.
Oh my God, he'd be monster over right now. He would have finally passed up Bryan if they had done it right.
They're skipping. They could because they're trying to do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What
Who's he fucking fighting now? Like, he's not doing anything now that's really important. So fuck it.
But don't worry about now. We're talking about building for the future. What face? Yes, whatever shitty face he'd be fighting, it'd be shitty. It doesn't matter, because right now everything's a lost cause, anyways.
Everything they do.
There's something called sunk costs. You know, in business, there's something called sunk costs. It's the money you've already put towards something. Just because you already put it doesn't mean that you should keep putting good money after bad. You can't say, oh, I really sunk, $1,000 into this investment. I don't want to just let it go to waste.
Gotcha.
There's no such thing as letting it go to waste. That's already a sunk cost. It's gone. Cut your losses. And that's what they should have done with Roman Reigns. They should have cut their losses on the face thing, turned him heel, and by now they could have turned him face. And the other problem is they're trying to skip a step. What happened with The Rock and with Stone Cold that made them The Rock and Stone Cold, and it even happened with Cena. They were heels first. All those guys got over first as heels. And sure, Roman Reigns was part of a heel stable, but he was part of a heel stable, and then the stable went face. There was never a point where Roman Reigns himself was a bad guy. And all those other guys, Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, John Cena, all those guys that they so desperately want Roman Reigns to be, this cool guy everyone likes, because that's true of The Rock, and that's true of John Cena, and that's true of Stone Cold. He's cool, and people want to be him. People want to be like him, in one reason or another. But all those guys became the cool guys as heels, and they all got over as heels. They're trying too hard right from the bat to make Roman Reigns super cool face guy. He's so cool. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't just wear fucking sunglasses while he wrestles. He's that fucking cool.
Yeah. Comes out on a motorcycle.
They skipped exactly a leather jacket. Basically. They skipped a step. And they're still paying for skipping that step. And instead of going back and saying, oh, you know what? This is a sunk cost. We need to fix this. We can't just keep going with the same thing because we started with it. Instead of saying this is sunk cost, they're saying, no, fuck it. We've really sunk in too fucking far into this shit, and we need to finish it. And that's what's going to happen. And that's why he's going to win at WrestleMania, because they've put too much into this to give up on it.
And what's amazing about that, too, is they are willing to drop everything but him. Like, he's the only thing they haven't compromised on. Everybody else, a good example lately that's got me upset is Tyler Breeze. So they spent 5 years having this guy in developmental, right? He finally finds something that clicks, and it's proven to click at least with a smaller crowd base. So they finally call him up, they finally put him on TV. After 5 years in developmental, Vince gets tired of him after 3 months. Yeah, that's it. He's done. He's done. That's it for Tyler Breeze.
Because and that's another problem recently, and we've mentioned it. They're too busy trying to hit home runs to
don't focus on the little things anymore.
They're too exactly. To keep on the baseball analogy, 4 singles are also a run. You don't have to immediately hit a home run. You can hit a single, hit a double. You move along the bases. And this happened with everyone in the past. But now they don't care about anything except for home runs. So that's why the mid-card's so weak. That's why, because they don't care about it. They're not trying to build people up. They just, he needs to be the next guy. So they just, boom, make him the next guy immediately. Yeah. Do it now.
No single, mid-card titles for him. Barely any single feuds. What did he have before he got his title shot? They said it was only 3 or 2 pay-per-view single matches. Jesus fucking Christ, how about you slow things down a little bit? No wonder, if anybody was pushed down, if Austin back in the day or Rock was pushed in the same manner the way that Reigns has been, they'd hate them too. And they did, remember? They tried shoving Rock down people's throats like crazy when they debuted him. And it just didn't fucking work.
And you know what happened? Eventually with The Rock, they decided that shit was a sunk cost, and they tried again.
Yep.
They hit gold. They started all over again. They started from the ground up. Fuck this Rocky Maivia stuff. Let's make him like a fucking heel. And I don't know why they can't just do that. It's in front of their fucking faces.
Yeah, he has potential to be the guy for the next 10 years. But if he keeps on this path, he's just going to be a John Cena for the next 10 years, and he's not going to make nearly as much money as he would if they just let it happen naturally.
No, that's way too much credit to him. He's not going to be a John Cena.
I was about to say John Cena
No,
makes
I'm saying
plenty of money though.
No, I mean in terms of the way they're pushing him. So like half of us are gonna hate him and half of us are gonna like him. When Reigns easily has potential to be the guy that everybody fucking likes, but because of the way they push him, half of us are always gonna resent that fact. And again, it's not him. It's what they're doing to him. But again, I don't blame people that hate him because he's just getting the John Cena push.
And it's not even that he's getting the John Cena push, because John Cena didn't even get the John Cena. John Cena did not get this kind of push.
No, I'm just saying
John
now
Cena
he does.
Eventually, yes, yes. But
they
that's
threw
not
him
how he
into
got
it though.
there.
Yeah. I'm just saying that now it's a solidified push. It's something that they can do to people, and now they do it. And Reigns is the first recipient of this John Cena now push, and it sucks.
And John Cena is actually a good example of a guy they wanted to John Cena was their guy from the beginning. They fucking loved John Cena from the moment they moved him up from OVW. That was their fucking guy.
No, they were gonna. I guess once he got the rap gimmick though, because he was telling stories about how they almost let him go. They didn't think he was working, and then once he got the rap gimmick, that was when they saw something in him, and
not
they
thinking
pushed
that he
him.
was working. Nah, I mean, I remember when he first came up, and I
was
remember the
awful.
prototype and all that shit.
Versus Jericho at Vengeance, I think is what it was, and he beat Jericho, and I was like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah.
But I remember all the prototype stuff and all that. They've loved him forever.
Yeah.
But
Ruthless
he
aggression.
he didn't win the fucking title immediately. He wasn't a main eventer immediately. I remember when he finally broke into the main event against Brock Lesnar. They had a really good match at Survivor Series, I want to say.
No, are you thinking of before he was a main eventer? They fought at Backlash.
Was it
Yeah,
Backlash?
because Lesnar was the champion versus Cena. And it was a fun match.
Yeah.
Because it made Cena look a little bit better.
Yeah, but and Cena lost, and it was
Yeah.
fine. You know,
Yeah, no big deal.
It's not. Yeah, Roman Reigns can't lose ever.
No.
He could never lose ever. At any point was he ever able. And the other problem is they want him to be cool. You know, this is, and I keep going back to it because it's true. They clearly want him to be cool. He's quippy, and he smiles, and he's also he gets and just at all the right times. Half the time I expect him to wink at the fucking camera.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure he's done.
He's done it.
They want
Yeah,
him to
there's
be
a meme
cool,
on it.
right?
He did it. Yeah.
But
Oh god.
But with the other guys, we decided he was cool. With Reigns, they're telling us he's cool. Like, hey, by the way, kids, everyone, this guy's cool. And it's funny because I sit there and I watch Roman Reigns. I'm just like, man, he just seems like there's something about the way he tries to act cool seems like the opposite. It just seems lame.
Yeah, it does because it's not natural. That's why he's not being like naturally himself. He seems like he's a quiet dude. So they're trying to,
I don't know though,
seem natural.
because he's back. If you ever see like when he was with the Shield, right? They would do their little backstage segments, and I thought he came off the way I wish he was now. If they want him to talk, which I still think he shouldn't. But if you watch any of those things with him and Ambrose and Rollins, he was really likable, very charismatic.
I agree.
He was great, and then the
I
moment
agree.
that they
I
put
do.
him on his own. God damn it, it was so just forced and crap. And it's like, what happened to that Roman Reigns? And you know what probably happened was, one, the writing was probably really bad, and they were forcing him to say stuff that Vince wanted. But I think, two, he was really comfortable with his buddies in a group. So that, like, he felt protected. And then once they put him on his own, it's not so protected anymore. He's carrying things on his own.
Yeah, when he comes out with Ambrose, he gets way more
Yeah.
cheers. I mean,
I
some
love
might
them
be,
together.
Some might be for Ambrose, but nonetheless, people like him a lot more when he's with Ambrose.
There was that moment when I think they were going for like the number one contendership or something. It was like a fatal four-way. Or maybe it was the title. They did that with versus Randy Orton and Rollins. They did like a four-way match. And it came down to both of them. And I remember like one of my favorite things that they said was Reigns, they were like facing each other and they kind of like nodded like, okay, we got to fight each other. And Reigns was like, winner buys the beers. I was like, oh my God, this guy's so fucking cool. And then the next night on Raw, I'm like, I hate him again.
There you go.
Because I think he is probably a cool guy. Just there's nothing cool about trying to be cool.
Yeah, big time.
The Rock is cool because the Rock is fucking cool. It's the fucking Rock. There's nothing cool about trying to be cool guy, about acting cool, about wink. it's not cool. It's the opposite. It's lame. It's really fucking lame.
So there's something else too. I was gonna say they're heavily rumoring that they think Bryan is gonna be either in Rumble or he's gonna be the following night.
There's no way. Okay, maybe the following night. There's no
yeah,
way
that's what I'm saying though. But like, hold on though, Rap.
It can't be that fucking stupid.
Hold on though.
It can't be that stupid.
Last year's Rumble, I said there's no way they can be fucking stupid enough to have Bryan come back and have this amazing story and have this passionate, perfect promo about his return where he's in tears, talks about his dad dying, talks about how he's going to overcome it, he's going to win the Rumble, and then throw him out, and they fucking threw him out. So I would not put it past them to have him as a surprise and have him lose. But I think he'll be on Raw the next night for sure.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again.
Yeah, but he's
to quote former President George W. Bush.
It was TMZ actually caught him, like basically traveling to the Rumble event, and so that's why people are suspicious as whether or not
TMZ is going to break the news.
Right, they did. I mean, they were the ones.
TMZ's amazing. To be fair.
They got him.
TMZ is a crapshoot, and
I know they do like wrestling.
TMZ is arguably the worst people in the world, just a collection of the worst human beings and
disgusting.
Everything that's wrong with society. But they are very good at their jobs.
Yep. Yeah. They're good at being disgusting garbage.
Those are two completely different things.
Yep.
So
if TMZ's evil and if TMZ's good at their jobs, because they're great at their jobs.
I think I had like 2 more questions at least. One is AJ Styles. Are we going to see him in the Rumble?
Yes.
I hope so.
Yeah,
is that guaranteed? Like, yes, like you've seen something, or
I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't use him, just because you know how finicky Vince is. Like one of the things Meltzer was saying is that the only reason they may not use him is because now people know he's going to be in it, and Vince doesn't like it when people know things, which is really fucking dumb. Because if people know he's going to be in it, more people are going to want to watch it. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be immediately moved up to the roster. I think NXT is going to be his home for at least a little bit.
Really? You think he'll go to NXT?
Yeah, I do. Because they were saying that the other 3 guys are all NXT bound.
Well, I figured
AJ
that,
was the only one that was in question. But like, I foresee him being on NXT for a little bit. But I think it would be moronic not to use him as a surprise at this point. Why wouldn't you fucking... He just headlined the biggest show outside of the United States. So if you wanted any of those Smart Mark fans to have a reason to order the fucking pay-per-view and give WWE a chance again, now that they've probably boycotted it for years, this is it. Don't fucking fail. Don't blow it.
Smart Marks already have the WWE Network.
They do, but a lot of them don't watch it. I think from what I've read, a lot of them...
Once you're paying, who gives a shit?
I know, but they like having the numbers on it, though. I think it's an ego boost that they can get a certain amount of people to watch the event, but it would be dumb for them just to not use him. Like, don't have this guy who is basically the hottest free agent indie wrestler, and you don't just at least just put him out in the Rumble. Who cares? He's obviously not going to win.
Also, that does, if whether or not he comes out doesn't really help buys. You're already watching it.
True. But
but again, it could get buzz.
He didn't come in. I should
it can get buzz rolling though. Like it could be one of those things where, because I know Rab doesn't have as high investment on AJ, but it's one of those things where I could see you. Well, we talked about it last time. You thought that it's going to depend on the town that they bring.
He doesn't
him out.
like.
No, it's not that I don't like him. I just don't think he's as big a star as.
Yeah, and I mean, I tend to disagree because I still think he's easily the hottest free agent in terms that's not signed with WWE. Like, he's the number one guy that they never got. I think that it's enough to where it could be like a case where I watch the pay-per-view, he comes out, Bomber doesn't watch it, and I call Bomber and be like, AJ fucking Styles just came out, and then Bomber watches Raw because of it.
Yeah.
I mean, but we're talking about us. 3 guys doing a podcast. Well, 4 guys. Peanut's still alive.
Peanut's here. Peanut is here.
I just think it would be dumb not to use him at this point. You might as well. I mean, why not use both of the guys at this point?
I think it'd be wonderful, but we'll see.
If he does show up and he is in the Rumble, I think he has to make like some kind of impact. He's gonna have to like start a feud with somebody, like eliminate some big name or something. He's gonna have to make an impact.
Yeah,
he just shows up and gets thrown out by damn fucking The Miz.
An impact.
Oh,
Impact Wrestling. Oh,
there it is. But no, like if he comes in, gets thrown out by The Miz, I won't watch. Fuck it.
You'll rewind it and forget it.
Yeah, if they try to feud him with The Miz, I fucking hate that. I don't think there's a wrestler on the roster in the past like 10 years that I've disliked more than The Miz.
Oh, he's perfect right now.
I've disliked a lot of people.
That's not true.
Besides, okay, Rey Mysterio, gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. I think Miz is perfect right now. Yeah, this is the perfect role for him because he doesn't matter anymore.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, he's perfect. I mean, like, hey, I remember we did this podcast and I was like, the Miz is going to be the next big guy. And then they skyrocketed him to Mania and stuff. And my reasoning was because he had catchphrases and like nobody fucking had catchphrases back then. But I still thought Miz could have been at least a Rock level heel main event guy. But after that performance against Cena, that was the end of him.
We were we doing the podcast when it was Rock Cena at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
At least the second one. I know we talked about it for sure.
Because I probably mentioned it then, and I've thought this forever. He could still. Well, I don't know. He might have fallen off by now, but they could have used him as a main event heel guy for a long time if they just didn't have him lose the title in an I Quit match.
Yeah,
if they didn't have him lose that title like that.
You mean after the rematch against Cena? Where he lost.
The rematch at whatever Backlash is called now. I don't know if it was Backlash at the time.
It probably wasn't even Backlash.
I'm always going to call it Backlash. Yeah. Whatever the rest of the pay-per-views afterwards, I'm always just going to call it Backlash.
It's Extreme Rules this year, but I don't think it was Extreme Rules back then. But the pay-per-view after.
Whatever Backlash is called.
It was Extreme Rules.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I guess it would be because that's why it's
yeah, because they're all gimmick matches.
I Quit match and all that.
Yeah,
it's extreme, right? I still think they could have done so much if they had just had him instead of saying I quit, just have him pass out.
Yeah,
the one thing about the Miz throughout that whole thing until he lost was that nothing matters to him more than that title. Nothing.
Yeah.
And yes, he's chicken shit, and yes, he's not as good, and yes, he won it on a fluke, but he fucking loved that title. That's all he cared about.
Yeah.
They had that whole promo before the WrestleMania match to Nas and P Diddy. You're gonna hate me now. It was the whole thing. Just he loves that. It's all he cares about.
You're making Miz sound way better than he actually.
If they had just had him, he was working as chicken shit champ. He was working as chicken shit champ, and if they had just had him pass out because fuck it, he rather just pass out than let go of that title, and then he could have lost a week later, but he would have had that. And instead they just fucking fed it to Cena and let's forget about him forever.
Well,
you see, that's why that works, because he is a chicken shit, and it doesn't work on guys like Rollins because we know that's not how it is. That's not how he should be.
Yeah. There's a few things that I'd say about The Miz. Like the best thing I think he ever did that won me over with him was when he was the United States champion and tag champs with Big Show, and they were doing a promo, and I always remember this one promo because he was one of the only people that stated having more titles meant he made more money. And I was like, oh, you mean, the thing that they should all be fucking saying? Like you shouldn't be wrestling, unless you're like a Cena, where you're already a millionaire. You shouldn't be wrestling at a mid-card level unless you want more money. Like, now Owens has said it before. He's like, I want to be NXT champion because for my family, to make more money for my family. But when Miz said that, I was like, wow, I haven't heard anybody say it in like 10 years. It's been a long time. So that won me over. But I think Miz's downfall wasn't necessarily that they fed him to Cena right after. I think Miz's downfall was the fact that he's not a very good wrestler. He's a great character, but he's not a very good wrestler, and they started hiring much better quality wrestlers after that, years and years. And the more they hire better wrestlers, the more it exposes him to not be very good. And I think that's pretty much what his downfall was, in my opinion. I liked when they turned him face, and he was the IC champion, and he had a match on Raw after WrestleMania with Wade Barrett. And I remember because that's when he won the title back or lost it or whatever it was. I think he lost it back to Barrett. And I was like, wow, that was really good. Like, I enjoyed face Miz, and then they just never really went anywhere with it, and he just turned back heel, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for me, the best thing I think Miz ever did was Damien Sandow. That's my favorite.
Man, it was good. I still stick by they could have gotten away with that for another 6 months, and they just crushed it for no reason. But we've talked about that before.
Hot. Yeah, they're super hot. But I know we're coming up on our hour mark, but I wanted let's just go fantasy world here. Okay, we know who we think is going to win the Rumble. If you had one person that you actually wanted, like who you want to win the Royal Rumble,
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on.
That was so last year, Rab.
If Bryan was in the Rumble, I would pick him because I still want to see Lesnar and Bryan. I think that it definitely... They lost their chance, though, to make that as special as possible by not doing it last year. Because just the story was perfect for Bryan. I mean, it was just like... I literally could have given them a machine that printed money, and I would have... The moment I handed it to Vince, he set it on fire and said, fuck you. So, I mean, like, I've kind of lost my interest in that match as much. I think the one that I'm looking forward to the most and what I would like a dream match for me now is I really want to see Lesnar and Owens a lot. And I know I'm a giant Owens mark, and I get it. Like, some people think he's boring. I completely disagree, because every time that he has a match, he does a lot of rest holds, but then he'll do a fucking frog splash from the apron to the outside for no apparent reason, and he brings me back. I would love to see Owens win it as just kind of a dark horse, and he just dominates the shit out of everybody and just wins it, looks amazing, and then him and Lesnar go to Mania. I think that'd be great. But at the same time, that's not really a buy rate. They're not going to sell tickets based off of that quite yet because Owens isn't there. Give it another year or two, and I think that would change. They still need... It's too early for him. But that's kind of my dream match. That's what I want to see the most.
Yeah. I actually, believe it or not, I may get shit for this. I want Lesnar to win again. I want Lesnar to win.
You want Lesnar and Reigns again?
Not necessarily what goes on at WrestleMania, but I want to see for actually just winning the Royal Rumble, this Royal Rumble, I want to see Brock Lesnar.
Who'd you have him face then at Mania?
Man, see, you're making me think in advance now. And...
Well, yeah, you need a plan.
Well, we're talking about. Well, I think he's really means like in a bubble. If it, and honestly, we should really think about, because this is going to be the best pay-per-view until sometime after Mania.
Yeah, it will be.
This is going to be the best one for a while.
Then again, I remember when we talked about TLC in December, we said this is going to be a really good show. I don't think that wasn't that great of a show to me. Even like the match that I was looking forward to the most, which was Ambrose and Owens, it was kind of a forgot about match.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the best.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that show was going to be great. The main event was okay. I mean, we knew Sheamus was going to win, but
yeah, that was fucking awful.
So I think this show again looks good, but then again, you got Del Rio fucking fighting again.
Well, I mean, last year's Rumble looked amazing because of the Bryan story. You had like the interestingness of Reigns and like how everybody was kind of against him, but yet it was still fun. And then you also had the Authority kind of sticking their guys in there to kind of poke at the faces. Then you had Ambrose, who was just starting to kind of catch some fire. You had that awesome fucking triple threat set up. So the whole show looked great, and yet the only thing that even remotely held up was the triple threat, and the Rumble was still my least favorite Rumble of all time. I hate every goddamn aspect of that match.
You know what? I'm going to find one that's worse.
It screamed, fuck every single one of you. You ruined our previous WrestleMania because we thought Batista and Orton was going to be great. So you shovel this shit in and you fucking like it. That's what it was. It was the most bitter booking I've ever seen from a promotion in my entire life. I've never seen a promotion be more just disconcerted with what the fans wanted than that right there. Anybody could have fucking ended that differently better than they booked. Kane and Big Show versus Roman Reigns. Fuck you.
I understand what you're saying.
Not even counting the Royal Rumble match though. The other matches on last year's Royal Rumble, the Ascension versus the New Age Outlaws, the Usos versus Miz and Miz Dow, the Bella Twins versus Paige and Natalya.
Oh God!
And then of course the triple threat. This is looking a lot better than that one.
Yeah,
it's just my point.
It is, yeah.
Oh,
a lot better.
Yeah.
I have to say, about what you were saying about last year's Rumble, I agree with what you're saying, like how it was booked and everything. But if you just eliminate that and just watch it as a match, it was not the worst Royal Rumble ever. No, it was the worst because a match is only as good as its story. So show me an amazing match that had no story they were telling in the ring. It doesn't exist. Because even like Angle HBK, the story was who's better? Who's the best guy? And this one it was, how can we demoralize you enough to where you will cheer for Roman Reigns? We will treat Bryan like crap, we'll treat Ziggler like crap, we'll treat Wyatt like crap, and we'll treat Ambrose like crap. They didn't treat Wyatt.
Yeah, they did. They threw him, the fucking Kane and Big Show threw him over like he was nothing. They spent that whole match trying to make him strong, and then they just were like, all right, we'll see you later, asshole. He didn't do anything.
I mean, how did you want him to? How could he?
The same debate one time.
No, we always have the same debate. It always comes back to this. It always comes back to this because it was that bad.
No, we talked about.
And Bomber's gonna look. You're gonna send a clip, and then Bomber's gonna be like, "Oh, you're right. It was pretty bad."
No,
Bomber never
we always
admits
have
it.
we always have this exact conversation every time for two reasons. One,
we didn't even mention Brian. Brian was always our debate. We haven't even mentioned him yet for this part.
No, I just mean we have this discussion. Yes, we have mentioned Brian because that's why the Royal Rumble. That's one of the reasons the Royal Rumble was so bad.
One of them, yeah.
But we always get to this debate about whether or not this was a bad Royal Rumble, and because you like it and everyone else thinks it's fucking garbage.
I didn't say I liked it. I'm just saying it wasn't the worst.
Yeah, it was. I can't think of a single one that was worse.
And that's what I said.
I've seen all of them.
I'm going to find one and send it to you.
I have also seen them all. This is the worst one.
It's the worst one. I've even seen the original, with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I saw the first one. I've seen the first one.
I've seen them all as well, but I can't remember every single one of them off the top of my head.
It's better.
I guarantee you're going to remember this one more than you're going to remember fucking the third Royal Rumble.
For all the wrong reasons. That doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it good. No, now you didn't say this was the most memorable one. You said it was good, and it's not.
True.
If you told me you'll remember this forever, oh, you're damn right. I will never fucking forget that because it's my least favorite show they have ever done. In my entire history of being a wrestling fan, it's the worst piece of shit I've ever seen.
I'm sorry, the title match was amazing.
No, I know. I'm talking about the Rumble match. The Rumble match is the worst match I've ever seen.
He did say the show because that fucking Rumble match ruined the show.
It did. It killed it. It killed it. Yeah, that triple threat deserved better.
Look, if maybe if the rest of the show had, because there was only one good match. There was only one good match.
I mean, a 5-star match.
Because all the other matches were garbage from before they ever started.
True.
But it was all about the Royal Rumble, and it was. I don't care if you don't like him.
Maybe I'm just too big of a fan of the Royal Rumble, and I
love the Royal Rumble. I was on here one time, on this podcast, arguing that even though WrestleMania 2000 was crappy, the Royal Rumble in that year was the best pay-per-view they've ever had.
It was really good. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it's good because they
I
cared.
I remember that one.
Yeah, even the worst Rumbles, at least even ones where I can't remember them. Say I have to go back and watch them again because I don't really know what happened. Like I'll know the winner and that's about it. I'll go back and watch them and I'm like, I'm still entertained because I'm still like I can't remember who came out when. I'm like, oh, this is good. But when I think about that Rumble, it makes me want to punch Vince McMahon in the face and just yell at him and go, "What is fucking wrong with you?" What?
Looking at a quick list at the winners of the last, I'm just on Wikipedia real quick. Yes, I stand by this is the worst one.
Yeah, and it's hard too because the previous one was really awful as well, and somehow they topped it. I don't know how. That's why I think this one will at least be fine. I don't see that they could top the previous shittiness. I just think it's impossible.
The reason that the last one was worse than the first time they fucked up in a row, was because the first time they fucked up, afterwards you could go, man, maybe they're just stupid. Maybe they're just stupid and they didn't realize that they were being stupid.
Yeah.
And then the second time they fucked up, they were like, oh no, this time they just want us to go fuck ourselves.
Yeah, they were just stubborn as fuck. So yeah, I think the only way this could be worse is if Brian does return at the Rumble, surprise entrant, and he's doing really well, really hot. 2 minutes into his entry or his entry into the match, Wyatt just randomly clotheslines him out of the ring.
No, it would have to be Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns
picks him up.
Picks
him up over his head. Looks at
the
camera, winks. Looks at the camera, winks with Daniel Bryan over his head. And throws him out.
The reason why though,
mark out so hard.
The reason why though, Rab, that wouldn't be as bad as Wyatt is because Reigns matters in this match, and he's going to come down to the conclusion. Wyatt would just casually eliminate him and nothing would come of it, which is exactly what they fucking did last year.
If Roman Reigns
they were building him,
they were the ultimate. It would be literally like
they were building.
It's this guy and fuck that guy.
I know what you're gonna say, Bomber. They were building Wyatt to job to a 50-year-old man.
No.
So I mean, fuck Brian. You gotta job him out to have the other guy job to the 50-year-old man at WrestleMania. Yeah,
Roman Reigns grabs Daniel Bryan, by the tights with one arm.
What if he pulls down his pants
Picks
and he
him
like
up.
strokes his dick until he ejaculates him out of the ring?
See, that's
picks
probably
him
not
up,
gonna happen.
looks at the
That's
camera,
probably, but there's a
winks,
chance.
and tosses him out. And then after he tosses him out, everyone else that's in the ring starts applauding.
Yeah, and then they all fart on Bryan and like throw their fart at his face. I agree. That could be worse. I'm just saying from a standpoint of my opinion, if Reigns eliminated Bryan, I wouldn't be mad about it. Because at least it's like Rock eliminating Stone Cold or Stone Cold eliminating Rock. It's two of the top guys, and one of them gets eliminated. That's fine with me. I don't care. I don't need Bryan to win.
I would be fucking furious, and
I
the
wouldn't
reason
be.
I'd be
I don't
fucking
know, I
furious
wouldn't be
is
at this
because
point.
I think if Reigns eliminated Daniel Bryan at this Royal Rumble, I mean, how fucking thick can you be?
That's kind of a more slap in the face. Than
Yeah,
the
that
other
would
thing
be
you said.
literally just.
I see what you're saying.
It would be as
but-
much as Vince literally coming out and going, "Why are you even here? I don't want your fucking money. Fuck you."
Yeah. Well, but again though, you have to think from WWE's standpoint. They don't think Bryan is valuable at this point. To them,
I
Bryan is
understand,
a
but I
solid mid card guy at best. That's just the way they'll always see him. So if Reigns eliminated him, it's not Vince saying fuck all of you. It's Vince just going, well, Bryan, he gets good reaction, but he's not the guy.
In a bubble, if that happened 2 years ago, if Reigns eliminated him now, it'd be specifically to tell all of us who are chanting yes to go fuck yourself.
I gotta tell you though, Rab, like I don't think that is out of the realm of possibility. If he came back, I would not be shocked if they had Reigns eliminate Bryan, just because. I mean, I just don't. But like,
If
I
Bryan's
still feel like Wyatt would be a way worse elimination because it didn't matter. It didn't fucking matter at all.
But you're talking about what's worse for Bryan. I'm talking about what would be the bigger slap in the face to the fans.
Yeah, well, okay, so like again, this is all speculation. You never know if he's going to come, but like, who would you, if Bryan had to go, who would you have eliminate him? Because I kind of think Reigns is the way to go. Like, have them be the final two, and
I think you can't possibly have fucking Daniel Bryan in this fucking.
Yeah, I agree. Like, keep him
can't
until
possibly.
the previous night. Yeah, or not previous, Raw.
I still, and I remember talking about it last time for the last Royal Rumble, not on the podcast, but we were talking about it. I just remember thinking, there's no way they're gonna fuck this up again. There's no. Why are they bringing him up 3 weeks before?
Yeah. Yeah, it made no sense. And they brought him up 3 weeks before so they could build up Wyatt to lose to a 50-year-old man that has no business beating Wyatt at WrestleMania at this point.
They just shouldn't. They just shouldn't. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't understand. I'm like falling apart here.
I'm not gonna disagree.
Daddy
It
Vince. I just
was
don't
bad.
understand.
I'm not going to disagree. It was bad. I'm not going to disagree with that.
But it's not the worst. That's what you're gonna say. What was I want to know what you think is the worst, so I could like destroy.
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I
There's got to
literally
be.
can't find
Royal Rumble 2006.
All right, who won?
This is randomly just said that.
2006.
Who won, Peanut?
Rey Mysterio won.
Oh no, that was fine. That was a good
Rey
Rumble.
Mysterio.
I loved the ending to that one. I loved that it came down to Ray, Triple H, and Orton.
No, he's just bringing it up for Bomber because Bomber hates.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still gonna say I loved that ending though because I thought that it was brilliant.
I wasn't.
That Triple H and Orton didn't work together. Like that's the only reason Ray won is because Triple H and Orton couldn't get their shit together and they cost each other the Rumble. That was a cool ending. It made sense from a story standpoint.
The reason I'm going to this Royal Rumble is because in 2006 I didn't have the money to go to the Royal Rumble.
Oh man, that's a sad story.
And it was right here, in Miami. So this is my
redemption,
my comeback story.
Just get ready to possibly be really upset.
I would
get
say
ready.
So hopefully Rey Mysterio comes out.
There's no way Roman Reigns is winning this.
No, I don't.
And
think so
honestly,
either.
that's really the only thing I would be upset about. Well, other than Bryan coming in and them, because that'd just be stupid. I would be upset and like this is really stupid. Why even put him in the thing?
It's not out of the realm of possibility, though. I mean, like they said, he's traveling there right now, so I don't think it's unheard of that Bryan isn't a surprise and it doesn't just get thrown out by Reigns. It doesn't even really bother me because they desensitized me to the point where I know they don't give a fuck about Bryan, so I don't really give a fuck how they treat him at this point. Like he's got to know.
To me, it's not about what they're doing to Bryan. To me, it's what they're trying to say to us.
Yeah, I know he doesn't matter. Just forget it. But the ironic thing, though, you know what? One reason I think I'd be fine with Reigns eliminating him is because it would reignite people's feelings for Bryan. Because, like the last Mania, it was dwindling just a little bit. It wasn't a lot, but it was dwindling a little bit until after the Rumble, and then, people were like, God damn it, I'm tired of this, I'm not going to do it again. But I feel like if Reigns was the one to eliminate him, you might start to catch that magic again, where they boo the fuck out of Reigns, and they want Bryan again. Because it's like, I can see, it's like, like you said, it's like, screw me once, shame on me, screw me twice, shame on you, but like, fuck, you do it 3 times, we're going to give you hell. I could see it easily reigniting, and there could be good possibilities from that, because they need someone who's red hot like Bryan was right now, because they don't have anybody who's like that.
Unless they were to do it on purpose.
Yeah, like if it was a game plan, like if they wanted that.
Turn Reigns heel.
And they won't. Yeah,
and make him... But they're not going to do that.
No, they won't. Yeah. There's no long-term thinking of any complexity at this point. It's how can we get Reigns over at the end?
Yes, I would be fine with it if it was because
if like they did like a Reigns Bryan
at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'd love that because
I
loved their singles match they had at Fastlane.
Yeah, they probably have a great match.
No, well the one at Fastlane was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. They probably have a great match. They probably have a great program if you went to.
It's a great story.
Like fucking Reigns, the fuck you guy, and Reigns just like, fuck it, all you guys are fuck. You remember when Reigns first started getting pushed down our throats, and like he would make little snide comments on the side.
Yeah, about Bryan, like the fact that the fans were picking this guy who isn't that big, and he said stupid shit.
Right, but they should act. But if he was actually saying that stupid shit on Raw into a microphone.
Oh my god! Again, what's funny too is that after that program was up, Reigns would start being cool.
Yep,
people start liking him. God damn it!
Cool.
Fuck.
I don't know.
I hate you.
I'm just messing. That's what you get fucking posting cat pictures on.
You're getting more. You're getting way more. Yeah. So I mean, overall,
can I join in on this?
No.
Yes, you can. Just leave a cat picture on his thing. He hates them. It's awesome.
I think like cats.
I think the Rumble is going to be better than last year because anything would be better. They could put the Miz in the ring nude for 30 minutes, stroking his dick, and then finishing on the 31st minute, and I think it'd be better than that previous Rumble. So, no matter what, it is a step up. No matter what they fucking do. But the sad thing is, Meltzer was talking about how the Rumbles for the past, 5 years have been kind of declining because Patterson doesn't help anymore. Like, Patterson was the booker. He was the guy that created the Rumble, so he would, even when he was retired, he would come in and help them book it. So, now you don't have those special moments anymore. You don't have the special spots. Nothing really fucking happens. It's just a straight battle royal, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It just kind of ends. So, maybe they need to bring somebody in that has a fresh mind for it and do something special.
I can see that.
Vince Russo's available.
I know. He's good, bro. Hey, bro, I loved what he said about Owens. He went on a rant about how Kevin Owens will never draw a dime, and the only way that he could draw money is if they made him the long-lost son of, is it Adrian Adonis?
What?
You remember him?
No.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but that guy.
It's Adrian Adonis.
Okay, yeah. He's like, he did a YouTube video where he talked about it because he said that Owens is not relatable. Despite the fact that Owens looks more relatable than any fucking wrestler they've had in the past 10 years, just because of the way he dresses and his body type. Everybody can relate to him. He's like an everyman.
About to say.
And he needs to be the long lost son of Adrian Adonis. And he's like, bro, then it's money.
Spike my hair up.
What a fucking loser. Russo has to be the biggest failure in wrestling with the biggest one-shot success rate.
I agree.
Ever. I love that when Flair goes on rants about him, it's the best thing ever. So he's like, you had Vince McMahon at his creative prime, and Stone Cold at his hottest, and The Rock coming up, getting ready to be the next hottest babyface, and everybody said Vince Russo is the credit for that. You're kind of right. What did he really fucking do? Not much. Those guys were kind of carrying the company themselves. Oh, Adrian Adonis's long-lost son.
Yeah, well...
So do I have to post pictures of my own cats, or can I post pictures
No,
of
you can do any cat, but if there's any affectionate ones of you and your cat, though, that pisses him off the most.
Dude, you guys...
Oh, I have one of when Cinder was a little tiny baby and she was in my hands.
Oh my god.
Cinder. It's short for Cinderella.
It's so... Rob, ours is named Princess.
You guys...
Yeah, I know, I saw.
Oh my god, they should have a play date.
I hate you guys so bad.
Yay! All right. Well, the moment we're done, I'm gonna go post one of my pictures on as well.
Oh, Jesus. Well, unfortunately, it's time to close anyway. So,
Yay!
any final thoughts? Anything you guys want to throw out there before we go?
Nope. Just I'm actually looking forward to it. Even if it's a bad show, I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna have pizza,
True.
and it's gonna be awesome.
You know what? I might be doing the exact same thing because it's Royal Rumble, man. Either way, I'm gonna fucking watch it and
I have no expectations. No, I think the last 2 years I had such high expectations for what I wanted to see that I don't have any this year. I don't care. I don't care whatever they do is whatever
Honestly,
they do.
I kind of feel like the same. I kind of feel the same way, unless once again Daniel Bryan comes out because I'd
my
just be
God.
so fucking annoyed.
I'm gonna
by
mark
what
out
would
so fucking hard when he comes out, and then I'm gonna get so fucking angry when they throw him out.
I'm gonna do the same thing for AJ. Not gonna lie. Well, I won't get mad
Yeah.
when he gets thrown
Oh,
out
yeah,
'cause I
I'll
know
be-
he's not gonna win.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
No, exactly.
He's
So,
taking
so
the
I mean, I'm planning on going to the Royal Rumble and just, oh, holy shit, it's fucking Steve Blackman, that kind of shit, and that will be fun.
Blackman.
Wow, if he's in the Rumble now, you're gonna be a god.
Yeah, you called it.
That's
Call me
Is it
possible.
now.
confirmed
Steve-
that Carlito, is he coming back finally this year? Is Carlito coming
They
back?
rumored it for a while, so maybe. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty possible he could be at least
Yeah,
at least a
Shelton-
Rumble
Shelton-
For
person.
about 2 years.
Shelton Benjamin will be in it.
Peanut
well-
has contributed.
Every year it's the same two guys though. For the past 5 years, every year they're going Carlito and Shelton Benjamin are coming back for the Rumble, and they never show up. It's always those two guys.
I'm hoping this is the year.
I don't care about either of them. I think they'd be fun one-offs, but I definitely don't want either of them back in the company permanently.
agreed.
No,
I would
thanks.
love Shelton Benjamin to come back.
No, thanks.
For the Money in the Bank match.
I want
Only if he-
Carlito to come back and then eliminate Bryan.
I only want Shelton to come back.
Right?
To be tagged
He
with Posse
backcrackers
again.
Brian out of the ring.
Honestly, I would like Shelton Benjamin to come back.
Only if he comes back with Haas.
Just to be in the Money in the
Haas
Bank
is
match.
retired though. He's done. So
Is
that's
he
it.
retired?
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Yeah,
retired.
he's done.
I thoroughly enjoyed.
He's
the-
off with
the both
Jockey
great tag
Gaida and
Yeah,
that
he's
was fun.
fucking the shit out of him with their kids and stuff.
teams. Oh.
It's pretty great.
All right. Anybody? Anybody?
Anybody.
Anyways, I think it's time
Oh.
to get out of here.
Wait, one last thing. Remember,
Yes.
guys, if you manage to track me down at Disney or at
$100.
Royal Rumble, that's $100.
But I need
$100.
picture proof, and it can't be someone that's associated with
and
Rab.
there was-
It has to be a random person. I
and
will
there was
find
a
out.
hint, and there was a hint
Mm.
of what I will be wearing earlier in.
Oh, there you go.
The
He's wearing a
podcast.
Kevin Owens shirt.
So-
Find him.
You
Oh,
shouldn't have reset it. You should
Yeah,
have
you
listened-
kinda
I wanted
re- yeah,
I wanted them to
kinda
listen to the whole thing again.
No,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna do that. I wouldn't put that on my worst enemy.
you know what?
I don't know why people listen to it the first time. I mean, I know, I know why I listen to it because I like to hear myself speak, but I don't know why anyone listen to it.
I listen to it.
I
while
don't even
edit
listen,
it,
and I'm
so-
on it.
There you go. You're hardly on it. Hardly. But you did contribute. You threw
I
in
was here the
Carlito.
whole time.
You threw it. You were here. You threw in Carlito. I'll give you that. But
I also talked about The Hateful Eight, which everyone should go see. Good movie.
true, you did. You mentioned. But all right, guys, check us out on YouTube. We're going to be over on Reckless Eating, and I'm pretty sure that's probably where you're watching this at or listening, whatever you do. And we are also on iTunes. If you wanted to be cool, give us a review. Anything less than 4 or 5 stars, you can go fuck yourself. Don't give us a review if you're going to do that. But just search Jobber Radio, and we'll be on there. So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. So,
You're so full of charisma.
Yes, good. Wait a. You didn't even do it like a, okay, see you next time.
well, usually Rab throws something in at the very end, so I was gonna I thought you were gonna say something.
We're too
so.
busy finding
Thank you
pictures of our
guys for
cats.
tuning in to Job Radio episode number 21. I'm your host, Peanut. See you guys next time.
See you at the Rumble.